I'm staticky. E. Woof. Getting cold in Arizona. It's always a weird time for an Arizonan. I'll give everybody a second to hop on here, and I've got to send this link to a couple people if it will come up, because some people aren't getting the notifications. Hey guys, let's start out with just sending this real quick. Everybody should be checking out. It's not coming up. It's not coming up on my phone either. So a whole bunch of people have been having trouble getting the link to the videos. And so now I'm seeing it happen myself, as I already knew it was happening. YouTube is an asshole sometimes. We love YouTube. Hey, I was just about to talk about you, dog free one day, Lisa. It just like rolls right off the tongue. So hopefully Christian Bale gets this, because he was saying he can't access the lives and it keeps not coming up. So I've been trying to send them to him and it's not coming up. Dog free one day, Lisa has a great channel and she has a great delivery and voice and covers a lot of great topics. And in one of the videos I was just watching before I came to do this video, hey, Scorched Earth, was her video about It's Me or the Dog. Okay, so interesting stuff. Disturbing to watch, like, the woman admit that she doesn't have time for her children, and then the children saying they never see their mother. And as Lisa pointed out, oh no, thank you. As Lisa pointed out, like, cut your losses. This woman doesn't have enough time for her own children. What's she worried about these fucking dogs for, right? So let's start out with a couple things here. I'm going to get into this funny typo and make Beanie laugh again, because I was messaging Beanie earlier and made the world's worst typo, and I'm going to share it with you guys. But first of all, ta-da! We've almost hit 430 subscribers, so we're getting a new moderator. Guess who it is? They're already here. You're about to see them. Say something, Asher. I gave it away. So Asher is our new moderator. I said once we got over 400 or some, and I have to give her props. Asher does really good of showing up at every live stream when it comes to IHD. She misses very few. She's always here, always reminds me when IHD is going live. Great person. So thrilled to have her as a moderator and add her to the taco stand. We're just going to keep it that way. Fuck it, right? So I'm stoked about it. All right, let me share the world's silliest typo with you. I was messaging with Beanie Girl. Thank you. We're actually at almost 430. We gained like 35 subscribers just today. We were at like 380 something earlier today. And then I look down and it's all 417. And I'm like, oh, hey, Beanie. And I'm chit-chatting with her about it. And then in the 5-minute, 10-minute period that I was bullshitting with her, and I go back to like pull up a video and send to someone, and it's all 428 or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? So let's hope these are all people that genuinely want to see the content and they aren't a bunch of trolls. Don't mind me. I've been scrubbing primer off of myself all day until the point that I started drying out. I was drier than the Sahara up in this bitch. And so I had to put on all these great smelling oils, and it still didn't take off any of the primer. Primer's a bitch, y'all. Yes, people are craving the anti-dog. So you guys, Beanie and I were laughing so hard earlier. Yes, that I almost killed her. What's up, Real X Star? And I actually almost had an asthma attack. It was so funny. So here we go. I said something about everyone being protective over me. And she said, hell yes, we are. And we sent a bunch of hearts back and forth. And I said, and I am of you. Now, for any of you who have listened to Beanie talk in the past, she lives next door to someone with a highly disrespectful dog. And it's to the point that she like waits for certain hours to be able to go outside and take her trash out to try to avoid this piece of shit dog. And I've said it a couple times. I'm like, Of course it is. Of course it is. Let me check my service. It's okay. Okay, my service is good at least. So at least we're in there. And I don't expect for this to be a wildly attended live stream, but I have a lot of emails gathering up and I want to get them done because we've got Fuck Fluffy Fridays at 5 coming up. So we need to attend to that. So Beanie's got this disrespectful fucking dog in her neighborhood. And I'm always threatening. I'm like, I'm going to come up there and kick the shit out of this dog. So in the message I said, worst typo ever. I'm going to come up there and lick your neighbor's dog's ass with their ass. And I tried to say kick, and it goes lick. I'm like, damn it, kick. I was like, stupid phone. So yes, if you're having a problem with a dog, I will show up and lick your neighbor's dog ass with their ass because that's just how the fuck I roll. And I have the worst typos on the planet. And I was laughing so fucking hard that I started wheezing. And so I've been trying to catch my breath ever since, and I can't. So I can't. Oh, we were laughing forever. It was so bad. And then I sent it to Doug. Now I screenshot it and sent it to him. And then when I tried to put the worst typo ever, and it came up thrust typo ever, I'm like, fuck, I can't win today. So saw some dog nuts today along the way with ugly mutts. Yo, someone else was like telling me, like, it's like this thing. It's like I seen like a father and son in the vehicle together and they had the damn dog with them. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Hey, Pujik, good to see you. So I figured we'll start out slow here. I'll cover some things that start out slow, guys, and then I grow on you. I'm gonna start out slow. As you know, and I was complaining about earlier, my fucking shoulder hurts and I'm still bitching about it. So we're going to touch on some topics that I covered earlier, and then we're going to hop into some new stuff. Okay, let's talk about before people actually show up or don't, and like a fungus. Yeah, hey, Aaron, good to see you. So let's get into this. We're going to go ahead and talk about this topic I covered earlier for anybody who did not see it, and then we're going to get into some new ones, okay? And we had some great conversations on the work live stream earlier. I was digging that. There was a couple, and they're both dog haters, and they were both on the chat together. And I was like, word, this is cool as fuck. This is a first time for this. I'd not seen that yet, like really anywhere. So I was pretty stoked about it. I was like, nah, that's love, you know? And they were both talking shit about dogs. So I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm pretty low-key jealous of you people. I'm so alone. Let's talk about this real quick. We already talked about it. Get out of my way, Toy. So we're going to talk about it again. Florida vet gets 22 years for sexually abusing dogs and storing child porn. Okay, we're going to brush through this article, and then I'm going to get into the new emails. But I want to give people a chance to show up if they're going to. Also, it's a pretty important story, so I want people to hear about it. A Florida veterinarian was sentenced Friday to nearly 22 years in federal prison for recording videos of himself sexually abusing dogs and for collecting child pornography. Checking my volume. I apologize for the little dingy dings. Prentice Madden, 40 years old, was hit with a total of 272 months behind bars after pleading guilty in July to child porn and animal cruelty charges. Prosecutors at the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of Florida have announced all of this. Prosecutors said the sicko vet made videos of himself engaging in sexual activity with dogs and sharing them with other degenerates on online chats. Personally, I don't see this as being, I mean, yeah, he's fucking the dogs, I get it, but all these people that post like the dogs making out with them and rolling around the floor and the dogs licking them in the mouth, and to me, that's just the foreplay. That should be considered the same fucking thing. I don't want to see that shit, but nobody cares what I think. Investigators discovered the disturbing videos as well as chats about bestiality on his cell phones. Madden also accessed kitty porn via the file sharing software Dropbox, storing thousands of horrifying files on his own account, according to prosecutors. He has also received child porn images and videos through online chats and social media where he frequently discussed abusing children. Okay. Homeland Security agents raided his home. Raided his home on February 24th and found files in which Madden discussed the sexual abuse of animals and children, as well as multiple photos and videos depicting bestiality. Madden was arrested in March for recording the bestiality videos while he was the medical director of Caring Hands Animal Hospital in Aventura. Videos showed some abuse taking place at the animal hospital. Caring Hands Animal Hospital said they were appalled by the charges against Madden. All right. I personally believe there's probably other people in the Caring Hands that knew about this. How are you going to be so brazen as to do this in the shelter, right? In the facility. Our legal team and every single member of the Caring Hands family will be doing everything in our power to aid law enforcement and facilitate their investigation and prosecution. So that's all it's out about this story as it has been developing. Okay. So what do we got here? Scorcher says, my ladies. Yeah, we're still hey Kenny, that's what I was trying to make sure and I couldn't find your email. I wanted to let you know. Let's see what else we got. Christian Bale. Dude, I looked and tried to find it for you. I spent the first minute or two of the videos looking and it wouldn't come up. Ew, don't Google that, Moni Tony. It's terrible because it's really out there. And for those of you who haven't seen my video on bestiality and zoophilia, which I can't blame you, it's actually over 70% of women, because there's a difference between bestiality and zoophilia, and I'll go ahead and explain it one more time for those that may not know. Zoophilia, he said, I thought we were friends. Zoophilia is when someone's considering and has sexual thoughts about an animal, and bestiality is actually committing to it. And so in studies, they have found that over 70% of women are zoophiliacs. They think about having sex with animals. And whereas men have a higher bestiality rate, lower on it's an interesting subject. I thought it was very interesting. So let's get into some new shit, shall we? These stories were sent to me by Christian Bale. We've got him here, our American psycho, our American dog-hating psycho. T-Dog, as usual. I've got one from Gling here. I believe I've got one from Moni Tony if we get to that one today. And I believe Joseph sent me another one. Well, we're going to get to what we can, okay? What? All right. Y'all are the best. Here we go. A police appeal after a savage dog attack in Harrow. Harrow? I could be mispronouncing that. There's a moth in here. This came from one day ago. Police are appealing for help to identify the owner of two dogs after a man was attacked as he walked his dog in Harrow. A 67-year-old man was walking his dog in an area called Regal Way when two unaccompanied dogs approached on September 26th. The larger of the two dogs began to attack the man's dog and he lifted it up. The dog then bit the man's arm and stomach before both of the dogs had run off into the woods. The man was treated in the hospital for his injuries. Officers have released images of the dogs. They are keen to trace down the owners to speak to them after the incident, okay? And still haven't found the owners. This is part of why in the UK, if you remember me discussing that they want to have all dogs microchipped, this isn't just so that they get their fucking fluffies back, okay? This is also so that they can actually find the people that are committing these acts, okay? Like when the dog attacks someone, they need to be able to find them later, right? And so if they have them microchipped, they can go, well, this is who the dog belongs to, right? You're the culprit. You're the guy who let the dog out running around loose and attacked somebody. So there you go. On into another story. This one came from Gling. Interesting story. Usually when she sends me one, it's interesting enough. She was the one who sent me the one about the little boy who was molested by the dog. This is from The Sun. And this is from July 23rd. Okay. Devil dog horror. Woman mauled to death by a pack of 6 pit bulls. As heartbroken family says it was a massacre. Hang tight. Heartbroken. Let's see. Marley Donaga, 53 years old, was savagely set upon by the pack of dogs as she met her boyfriend at the house he worked at. She went to the property on a farm in the city of Birigui. I'm going to fuck this all up. I'm from public school. In the state of São Paulo, Brazil, to see her partner, 59 years old, who worked there as a caretaker. Upon her arrival, the crazed dogs that were roaming free pounced on Marley and began their relentless attack. Her horrified boyfriend attempted to pry the 6 pit bulls away from the 53-year-old, was also bitten by the dogs and suffered several injuries. He then managed to escape the home and call for help before falling unconscious. He remains in the hospital in stable condition. Marley's grief-stricken uncle said of his niece's death, "She was massacred and she didn't deserve it. It was a horrible tragedy. She will be sorely missed." Okay, she took care of all of the kids in all the churches. Marley was buried, okay, in a closed coffin amid her horrific injuries, as family and friends paid tribute to her during the short ceremony. The case is now being treated by cops as a suspicious death. Suspicious? You said there were 6 pit bulls. I don't understand all the jargon they have to throw around. You know the woman was attacked by dogs. Why are you playing these games? According to local reports, a military police officer said the pit bulls remain at the farm in the owner's care. So they're still home. Okay, now, I'll tell you. And I just seen another story here that I'll have to go and touch on. In fact, maybe we will go look at it now. I'm not sure about watching the video, but I will definitely look this up. Let's listen to the video, shall we? This is a video for another attack.
It got his face completely ripped.
In this article is a woman describing how a pit bull attacked her son that was 15 years old and ripped half of his face off.
His right side of his face off.
We're blurring these photos of the aftermath because they're too gruesome to show. Tamara Doon-Keen also asking I not name her 15-year-old son.
Shortest article ever. Notice how short these articles are. The one about this woman, okay, was like nothing but pictures. Oh, I got you with the, yeah. Oh, yeah, we love having you here, Scorched Earth, for sure. Oh, gosh, I'll tell you, yeah, it was over 70% of women that have fantasized about sleeping with a mutt. I can only keep up with them because I cover them. And so, you know, like when I said when my friend was in town and he would say like one thing and I would be like, bam, 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 and just start, and he'd go, how do you remember all this shit? I'm like, because I research it and have to read it out loud. And so like with any type of person, you research it and read it out loud and talk about it and you're ready to defend yourself, you start burning it into your brain. So my brain is full of terrible facts about dogs. They should have a man instead of a dog. I agree, Real X Star, completely. And look, this is what I can say about that. We'll touch on this briefly. Oh, my shoulder. I can't turn my head certain directions. Having a relationship takes effort. You have to communicate. You have to attend to one another's needs. You need to be somewhat compassionate and adaptable. You know, dogs don't take all of that. It's more of a narcissist game. Dogs are easy for men and women to have around because they don't talk back. They don't ask questions. They don't have multiple needs. And even in an easygoing, natural relationship, it's still, you need to talk to that person. You sit down on the couch together. You talk about what you're going to have for dinner. You deal with issues that come through life, you know, and if something happens to the vehicle, this kind of shit, right? Dogs aren't that. And to these people, they're getting sexual gratification from these mindless critters that they don't have to put a lot of effort into. They don't have to worry about the dog cheating on them. If they act like a complete psycho bitch, or the dude wants to beat on the dog, or the woman wants to beat on the dog, because domestic violence is not gender specific, okay? That's okay, because the dog will still like them because they're going to feed them, okay? So that's my point, Real X Star. Relationships take work, okay? And people aren't generally dog nuts specifically because they're so self-absorbed and they're control freaks. They're not capable of that. They have trouble with their own family relationships. And so they, you know, that's all I could go on about that for days. In fact, I should probably make another video about that. I had a topic suggestion from someone way back when I had first started a few months back. It feels like so long ago. It really wasn't that long ago. And they wanted me to cover, like, you know, women that choose dogs over men. And I was like, I'm willing to do that, but I'm doing it from both perspectives because it's not just a one-sided thing. And so from a lot of the men, I get the whole thing, you know, especially on this channel, like, I didn't know this many women didn't like dogs and this kind of stuff. Well, take it from me, it's not easy being a woman either and trying to talk to male dog nuts. Women will turn the dogs into like their kids. The men treat the dogs like they are their girlfriends. And it's been a long running problem. My friend was in town and he asked when I had last dated a dog owner. And I really had a spaced out look on my face and just stood there for like 10 minutes and was like, I have avoided dating people with dogs all of my life. And so I thought way far back to when I was super young and had just started dating people. And oh, it's okay, Asher. And I dated a dude that bred bulldogs. And this was a long fucking time ago. The relationship and dating lasted about this much. It was nothing because this dude was just so engrossed with his dogs. Dogs this, dogs that. I mean, and the smell of bulldogs and the smell in the fucking house, it was just disgusting. I couldn't fucking take it. So let's see what you guys are up to over here. Oh, Christian Bale says, oh, Moni Tony, I've seen that, the anime. Where a woman marries a wolf and has werewolf kids. Yeah. And Christian says they must suspect a bear broke into the house and attacked and closed the door on the way out. The pit bull probably did not attack. They do that every time, don't they? They're like, it could be something else. Or like that time that the woman got all ripped up by the pit bull and they're like, well, we don't know. Yes, you know. You watched it happen. Everybody knows. How does one even conduct a study on bestiality? Oof. One whom is interested? And there's a lot of them out there. In Yasha, that's true. The main character, female, marries a dog demon. That's true. Moni Tony's right. And they like to push that shit. Scorched Earth says dog nutters have social disorders. I agree. Quiet, phone. Let's move on to another email, shall we? Nothing that smells quite worse than a bulldog other than those Shar-Pei dogs. Just terrible. This one came from Christian Bale. Thank you, Christian. And he knows that I used to live in Ohio, and I have some interest in places, specifically Dayton. Surprise! My ghetto ass was raised there. And so I'm from all over. I've lived all over the country, but I spent a majority of my life in Ohio, and it shows. So this article is from October 12th of 2021. A dog abandoned at Ohio shelter is reunited with her puppies. The brain. Yeah. Oh, and I have a great comedy story for when we're wrapping it up too. I'm pretty excited about that. Dayton, Ohio. A dog that was abandoned at the Humane Society of Greater Dayton has been reunited with her litter of puppies. Officials at the animal shelter said the dog was abandoned at the shelter last week in a video caught on one of the street cameras. Employees noticed it appeared the dog had recently given birth, and they were worried about her newborn puppies getting the care that they need. Like, I ain't going to get started on the way they treat children in Dayton in comparison to this dog. We're just going to move on. After receiving tips online, the shelter was able to get in touch with the woman who left the dog and has been working with her to reunite the dogs. We are happy to report that the puppies are back with their mother and all currently in a foster home, getting the love and care they need. Fuck, if they would put this kind of effort into children. I was in Dayton into foster care. It was not fun, okay? No one was working to get us into a foster care home. We never seen one. In fact, they split me and my sisters apart. It was horror. It was a fucking tremendous nightmare. But I'm not a dog. As I always say, if I were a fucking Alaskan Malamute, life would be so different. We're so thankful to all of you who gave us tips and helped in this case. This mama and her litter have a bright future ahead of them, and we have all of you to thank for that. Fuck. These people don't give a shit about anything. They gravitate toward dogs because they won't challenge their shitty personality. That was exactly what I was saying in a nutshell. You've got it. Fuck, my shoulder. I have to use my left hand to start accentuating things. God. Aaron says, friend of mine has a premature baby and 3 huskies. What? That's a scary situation. Beanie says, I don't know if I can handle any more laughing. Oh my goodness. My nose is still running and I'm still laughing from that fucking typo earlier, and you and I just had to make everything worse by laughing like a bunch of idiots about it. My hair is so staticky. We Arizonans don't deal with the heat very well, and I had the heater on for about 5 minutes today, and now I feel like a diva. I just keep messing with my hair. This one, I believe Christian Bale sent me this. Could have been T-Dog. I don't know, but I'm thankful to whoever the fuck did. Although, it killed my brain cells, and now no longer can I do addition. That's it. I'm just as dumb as these rednecks training pit bulls how to attack things. We were looking at one of those channels earlier. Locked up and finding their way together. How in California's prisons, lifers, both human and canine, are setting each other free. Well, isn't that sweet? October 4th of 2021, this article was put out. John Grobman was certain he would never see the world beyond the walls of Lancaster's maximum security prison. In 2005, the former hotel and casino manager was sentenced to 190 years behind bars with no possibility for parole. Grand theft burglary, forgery, embezzlement, meth possession. He ticks off his rap sheet highlights, all nonviolent crimes, but under California's 3 strikes law, I got a life sentence for each offense. Pretty steep. Now, Grobman lives in Napa Valley with his family. He is the first lifer in California whose harsh sentence was overturned 4 years ago by a barely known legal clause called recall of commitment. Grobman, who qualified for the commutation due to his extraordinary behavior, believes he owes it all to the first dog who started his journey to rehabilitation. God damn it. The dog's name is Oreo. Murder Oreo, a black and white lab mix. I'm sorry, you can't make that up. It's like when they call them fluffies. The dog rescue volunteer Alex Tonner had set out to temporarily house dogs in prison as a way to save them from overcrowded shelters where they would be killed for lack of space. I was only interested in saving the dogs, the British man admits with refreshing honesty. Eye roll. Me, and a self-deprecating laugh. I really didn't care about the guys, but that quickly changed. Now, I'd like to point out, this is why I have that video. It says humans need to interact with their own species. If they stopped hanging around these dogs and started spending time with other humans, they'd get over it. One of the biggest things I hear from dog lovers that chase me down on my channel to talk shit is that, oh, humans always hurt me and let me down. Dogs are way better. We get it. Your girlfriend made you upset. Stole your DVD collection. Yes, I'm older. Oh no, your mom let you down. Oh, your cousin stole your meth stash. And so now you hate all humans. Do you ever stop to think maybe it was just that one person and there are plenty of good humans out there? I don't want to hear that shit. I'm a people person. I say it all the time. I'm good to people. I enjoy other humans. If they don't reciprocate that and things don't work out down the line, I do what I think is right and I treat people well. My morals and ethics don't change depending on what this person or that person does. Okay? Flat out. And I'm not going to let one shitty person turn me against Beanie. I'm not going to let one shitty person make me think that Doug's a bad person. I'm not going to let one shitty person cause me to go and get a dog and replace my relationship with my son. But I'm not fucking retarded. Moving on. This asswipe, the British guy, founded a non-profit Pause for Life canine rescue and launched California's first dog rehabilitation program. The men's maximum security prison in Lancaster. Incarcerated people commit to spending at least 6 weeks with a pup from a high-kill shelter, working with a trainer so the dogs get good at canine certificate and become more adoptable. Sounds to me like they're just trying to kill the prisoners with dogs. They're like, overkill shelter? Like, since its inception, the program has expanded exponentially and has now saved in place more than 680 dogs, expanded to 3 prisons, enrolled 185 incarcerated people as trainers, and added a service dog program where the dogs spend up to a year with the prison trainers to eventually help veterans and first responders suffering from PTSD, because that's what they need, right? Every dog has found a home. I wish we could say the same. Once again, I'm like, if you just take all this shit and apply it to foster children, I would be very happy. Every foster child found a home. We have placed more than 680 children in homes. If you guys haven't watched the video about foster cares of homeless shelters versus dog shelters, please do. It's mind-blowing. IHD was talking about how many shelters there were for dogs on one of his live streams one day, and I said, hey, has anybody ever looked at how many shelters there are for humans? And I went and looked it up and put it up on the live stream. It's under half. Under half. And the difference in quality is staggering. When the program started, he was not even eager to participate, but they couldn't find enough guys to enroll. It all changed when they brought in the first dogs. Murder Oreo bit me several times, but I was already hooked. There was too much joy involved in every aspect of having a dog. What about those times he fucking bit you? Emotion coats his voice when he speaks of the healing that took place. Oh, to receive the unconditional love from an animal is life-changing. When 10 or 20 years ago, you were the animal. You didn't deserve a second chance. This guy, he's really getting to me. I think I'm changing my mind. In the PBS documentary, Shelter Me, musician John Legend says, this program gives both dogs and humans a second chance of finding purpose and happiness. You see, for instance, how Alex Tonner, the British guy, brought a shy gray pit bull named, well, Asher. Its name is Asher. But we're going to call it Gray Piece of Shit. He was scared. His tail was tucked in, reminding me so much of myself when I first came in, said his prison trainer, Miguel. 6 weeks later, Gray Piece of Shit confidently wags his tail as he attacks everyone in the prison. Sorry, I threw that part in. As he performs the sit and down commands. He breaks down crying as he hands over Gray Pieces of Shit leash to his new owner. It works on a part of your soul that's been neglected, sometimes for decades and decades. To me, this is just them training to love dogs before they ever even get a chance to possibly get out. Oh, a dog's all you got. Remember, humans are going to let you down, but Gray Piece of Shit had your back, even though it bit you several times. Prison went from struggling to find its first 14 participants to eventually having a waiting list of 200 men. I bet. We all know what happens, right? Right? I wasn't the only one thinking it. I'm thinking a lot of things right now. I'm just only going to say a number of them. You're just a number, but a dog doesn't know that. He doesn't ask what crime you committed. Didn't I just say about relationships? Especially in his case, the judge specifically said I had no worth to society. He was very, very clear that if he thought I would have ever had prospect of being successful, he would not have given me that much time. His mindset was, I was worthless. Oh. Not only did the dogs emerge as better-behaved companions, they fundamentally transformed the atmosphere in the prison. Hurt people hurt people. Groveman says, large percentage of inmates grew up in violent households and were abused. We have to break that cycle. So many people didn't have someone they could trust. So what? Now you trust the dog? The program humanizes you with a dog and makes you feel you're worthy of love. The program is no longer just about dog training. There's so much racism, violence, and anger in prison. A dog is not going to change that. Trust me. Trust me. The biggest challenges we had to overcome to create a culture of family within our program. We did that by putting the dog first. When we put together a team of 3, he would choose a white guy, a Hispanic guy, and a black person on purpose. They worked together for the dog and they learned to respect each other. A prison warden confirms in the documentary that the inmates are totally different in here. They are respectful and it's a totally different world. I'm in awe of them. I feel that they shouldn't just be locked up and then throw away the keys. They have a chance to rehabilitate themselves. All because dogs are involved. If the dogs weren't a great piece of shit, if the dogs weren't involved, then suddenly they were just terrible criminals again, right? But because they'll all play with the fluffies together, then that's heartwarming. I fucking hate huskies. I do. Murder Oreos. Oh, geez. They always think the dog's going to protect the baby. And that's something they build up in their head. That's why they're so shocked when the murder Oreo kills something. Oh my God, what happened? We would have never thought. Well, you don't think because you can't talk to that thing. Once again, you cannot communicate with that dog. You don't know what it's thinking. You don't know what it's up. You don't fucking know. I do not like the way the computer's looking at me. Quit looking at me like that, dorks. Hey, Isabel, good to see you. Huskies are super mean, and I fucking hate them. Let's get into... Okay, so we covered that one earlier. Here we go. Oh, crime and Netley. I don't know how long we've been at it, but I won't do a super long thing today because, as I mentioned, I am in tremendous pain. You know that I am fucked and in tremendous pain. I can't, like, turn this direction without just moving my whole body. Everything's fucked back here. You know I'm in a lot of pain when I decided not to go to the senior center tomorrow. That's something I do even when I have 2 or 3 jobs going on. And Doug threatened to hide the paint from me. He said, do I have to hide the paint? And I was like, don't you fucking do that. Like, don't you? What if I miraculously feel amazing tomorrow and I want to go and paint? We'll see if he actually did it. He better not have. And I know he's probably watching, and he better not. Shit. This came as of, let's see, this was a couple months ago, but a man, 72 years old, loses thumb in alleged dog attack. Alleged? Well, how else did he lose his fucking thumb? Was he at the beach? Was it a shark? Did his girlfriend bite it off? I mean, oh man. And this was in a town in Scotland that actually has the same last name. My ancestors are from Blackburn, England. I've actually been asked this on this channel. Someone was like, oh, are you Scottish? Are you from Blackburn, Scotland? And I'm like, no, Blackburn, England, which is kind of a controversial thing for those of you who know your history. Moving on. 72-year-old man had his thumb bitten off in an alleged dog attack after it broke free from its owner. I love this. Alleged, possible. Daily Record reported on Thursday that the man was rushed to the hospital after the dog allegedly attacked him in Blackburn, a town in Scotland, on Friday, July 16th. The outlet said he'd been walking his own pet when he saw 2 large American bulldogs close by that had broken free from their owner. When the man noticed one of the dogs was coming towards him, he lifted his dog, tiny piece of shit, into his arms before they leapt onto him. That's always their first move, is to protect the fucking dog. And I gotta admit, back when I was training dogs and walking my boss's dogs and shit, I've done the same fucking thing. I even had my someone's cattle dog with me one day when I got attacked. And I just jerked that fucker up by the leash and held him up above my head and started kicking the shit out of these dogs. And the woman that owned the dog starts screaming and yelling at me. I'm the guy holding the dog up above my head, kicking the shit out of a dog. Why are you yelling at me? Come get your fucking dog, lady. But, it's always us. When the man, I was about to repeat myself. We don't need that. And the attack, the man had his thumbs bitten off and suffered injuries to his face, neck, body, and hands. Why are they calling this alleged? Following the attack, the man was rushed to St. John's Hospital in nearby Livingston, where he was treated for his injuries. According to the outlet, the man's son, David Jones, managed to recover his dad's severed thumb, but it was unable to be successfully reattached. 72-year-old was discharged from the hospital, but David said the experience has left his father traumatized. Dad is pretty traumatized, and he's in a lot of pain. He had stitches to his face where the dog bit him. He's lost his thumb and has other bites on his arms and his hands. They said thumbs up there, and now it's thumb down here. I'm assuming that might have been a typo. I made one of those today. The Daily Record reported the dog had been seized, and that an investigation into the attack had since been launched. Okay? God. And then a police Scotland spokesperson told Newsweek that a 40-year-old woman is subject of a report to the following a dog attack near Happy Valley Road in Blackburn around 11 a.m. on July 16th as well. So he just got all kinds of dogs. A dog has been seized in relation to that incident, and we are continuing to engage with partners. On Tuesday, a teenage girl was mauled by a dog in Texas in an attack that left her with serious facial injuries. According to Fox 4, the 14-year-old needed urgent medical care following the harrowing attack in Fort Worth, Texas. I'll tell you, from being around Texas, there's lots of fucking dogs running around. Hey. What we got here? What are you people up to over here, you dorks? Asher says, if you're in a relationship with someone who's obnoxious, overbearing, clingy as fuck, and demands all of your attention, plus insists on following you everywhere, it's toxic. Yeah, like with a dog. And dogs, though, that's okay. Exactly. Like IHD says, let's continue this crusade against these worthless mutts and their enabling dog owners. Look, my speech is so bad today. I've mentioned to people I have MS, and I really have no problems with it because I treat it naturally. But when I get really wore out from work and shit, you'll notice my words start to slur. It's the worst. It fucking pisses me off. Or maybe I'm just getting dumber from reading all these fucking stories. Fuck, there's still dogs in Texas. I didn't kill them all. No, I wish. It would have been a great place. I actually would have never left Texas had they not been in the process of selling that ranch. I had no reason to stay anymore, and it broke my heart. Yes, you guys do kick ass at hitting the like button. Let's see, and we're not going to worry about pushing any products or doing anything like that today. We're going to go ahead and wrap up some more emails. Beanie Girl, you throw up the Facebook channel page thing. What's up, Z Oliver? Good to see you. I need a break, Taco Head. I could use some Taco Head. Oh, that was a sexual joke. I'm all over it today. Don't even. All right. Something's wrong with me. All right. Let's see. Ah, shit. It's supposed to be in here. Ah, here it is. This also came from Gling. She's just sharing a story with me, and I'm going to share it with you guys, okay? And she said, hey, man, what's going on? I was on the Nextdoor app, okay? For those of you who don't know, it's basically a neighbor app where you can all talk about what's going on in the neighborhood. Some people use it to really stay aware, and some people use it to narc on teenage kids for smoking a joint, you know? What's up, Matthew? Good to see you. Welcome to the carpool. Yes, actually, Isabel kept great numbers there. Dude, 437 subs from 389 this morning. That's like numbers. I can't do math anymore from reading all these fucking stories about these dogs. I told you guys. Those are numbers, and they exist. And I could do the numbers if I tried, but instead I'm going to read this paragraph and try not to fuck it up. I was on the Nextdoor app, which is a dog nutter central. Don't ever get it if you don't already. And I saw a post of yet another wandering loose mutt. The person posting said she found this mutt inside her house. She came home and this thing was in her fucking living room. She said she must not have shut her door securely when she left earlier. It probably broke in somehow because we all know they can. Happens all the time with shit bulls. This isn't a shit bull, by the way. There were photos. Some ugly white with black thing. I love how she said it. Some ugly white with black thing. Just thought I would share this with you because we all know how pushy these food obsessed bastards are. Have a great day. And I said, oh shit, that's crazy as fuck. I would kick that thing's ass. We knew that's what I said. How are you today? Just receiving threats and all kinds of bullshit. And we had our little conversation. No, Gling, I just shared your Nextdoor app story. Good to see you. Z Oliver says, oh my fucking God, that's what happened to my partner. A freaking white lab ran into his kitchen randomly. Well, at least you're next to the steak knives. I don't play. Homie, don't play that. All right? Okay. I will share a story that Christian Bale shared with me. He also has, it's not like Nextdoor app, I don't think. He has like, he's on a whole bunch of Facebook things. He is on a whole lot of Facebook things. And this same black and white thing, like Beanie said, I love her description, keeps getting away, okay, and running around the neighborhood. And this fucker gets away all the time. And like he'll sneakily try to ask her what the dog is because it's clearly like some kind of shit bowl or boxer mix or something. And she always dicks around about answering that or just flat out doesn't. So this dog, in the past month, Christian, I would like to say that that same dog has escaped like 2 or 3 times. And I was like, this is fucked. You know what I'm saying? But nobody gives a shit. So, whatever. These are words. Thank God they're not numbers because I can't read anymore. A mom and dad are facing trial after their newborn baby was mauled to death by a dog at their home. Abigail Ellis, 28 years old, and Stephen Jones, 36. Let me look for a date. Yes, it's October 11th, 2021. Have denied being in charge of the family's Chow Chow cross. What did I say about Chow Chows just the other day? It was named Murder Chow. Ugly fucking stupid things. Murder Chewbacca. How about that? It was named Murder Chewbacca and killed their son, Elon Jose Ellis Joynes, last year. Cute little baby. Elon was only 12 days old when he was fatally bitten by the hound on September 13th of 2020. His parents, both from Doncaster, denied owning or being in charge of a dog dangerously out of control, causing injury, resulting in death when they appeared before the Sheffield Crown Court today. The pair spoke only to confirm the dates of birth and enter their pleas before the court recorder of Sheffield Crown Court. The pair spoke only, they were granted unconditional bail and a trial, expected to last 5 days, and has been set for next July. So it's going on even further. Court also heard that the dog had since been destroyed. All right. You are required by law to furnish the court and prosecution with a defense statement. And since they're not talking, right, this is not a mere formality. It's a very important document. Any default in receiving it could, in certain circumstances, be held against you. It is really important that you cooperate with your defense lawyers with the production of this document. You have to be at the court for your trial. If you do not attend, the trial will as likely not go ahead without you, and you could be unrepresented. You are both released on unconditional bail. An inquest opening into Elon's death, held last year, heard he was still alive when his heartbroken mother frantically called for an ambulance. Doncaster Coroner's Court heard that she told the 999 call handler that Elon was breathing, but was really poorly and bleeding from his leg or stomach. Elon, who was born September 1st of 2020, was rushed to the hospital and pronounced dead a short time later. Floral tributes were left at the family's Mid-Terrace home, as well-wishers and neighbors offered their support for the family. And of course, they have to put up a picture of this stupid fucking dog, as anybody gives a shit. Like 2 pictures of the baby and a picture of the dog. Fuck me. God, I hate it. God, I hate it. Anyways. Yes, Asher's, we're up to almost, what was the number? Like 430 subscribers. We gained like 38 subscribers or some number I can't count because I read too many fucking stories about dogs, so I've lost the ability to do math properly. Christian says that black and white asshole I was referring to in his story escapes once every 1 to 2 weeks. They love to escape and raise hell. So let's do this, guys. Let's see. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm going to save this one for the next time. So let's just get into our comedy bit. And then I'm going to get out of here and go rest because, as I said, my shoulder is super fucked up. And I took off of work tomorrow. I canceled 2 jobs. I rescheduled. Okay, nearly 50 more. See, Isabel can still do math. Thank you. Thumbnail I made for the short with the fluffies all over my head. I love that. I had someone that was offering to make me thumbnails, and they were going to charge me $10 a piece. And they made some decent thumbnails, and then they made like a second one, and then they immediately sent me like a bill, right? And I was all like, whoa, I only pay through certain methods. I'm super weird about that. I don't get on public Wi-Fi's. I don't use any strange payment methods. I'm really funky about it, which is why my card information has never been stolen. And they mysteriously didn't answer me back after all that, which made me feel kind of funny because I feel like they were like a fan. Maybe they're just too busy to get back with me. So we'll see. If anybody else is interested in helping with thumbnails, let me know. Said pictures of pit bulls used to only be available to web users on exclusive member sites under oddities very long ago, like before 1994. That's actually true, Matthew. Don't let your age out there or anything. That's very true. I was around when the internet first started. I was sitting with my friend the other day and I realized he was much younger than me because I was watching Unsolved Mysteries, and he's like, this show's kind of 90s. And I was like, you've never seen Unsolved Mysteries? And he's like, no. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's weird. Exactly, Scorched Earth. That's what I was like. Yeah, and I always listen to my gut. I was like, dude, and like they were like low key okay, but they were kind of picking like my worst angles. I'm like, why can't you get me when I'm smiling? I'm really pretty when I smile. Why does it have to be when I'm all scrunched up and angry and crazy looking? And yeah, I went and even like researched the site that they were trying to use, and it even was saying it was okay, but I'm still like, I'm not comfortable with that. So I will not use the thumbnails because I'm not a thief. But no, you know what I'm saying? We're not going down that road. So let's get into our comedy. And I'm going to save the other emails for the next live stream. I got a couple other good stories, but I want to save them. And also, I'm supposed to be resting and healing. So I rescheduled my 2 jobs, and I'm not going to go and volunteer. Thank you. I suck at making you guys, Scorched Earth. I suck at this. I keep saying I'm terrible at making thumbnails and I do good memes. I can make good memes. I just need to make more memes. That's all. No, I never ever use public Wi-Fi ever. I use the hotspot on my computer or the phone, and I have unlimited everything. I don't play those fucking games. I got a buddy whose card info has been stolen like 3 times in a year. That's never happened to me. I've never had any accounts broken into, never had problems with my cards, nothing. I'm super, super vigilant about that kind of shit. She said, we used to listen to the opening music to Unsolved Mysteries and get all freaked out. Exactly. Just keep it simple. I'm not being, hey, they offered, and I was like, yo, cool. Said, my memes are gold. Thank you. I love my memes. I think they're fucking hilarious. Some of them are hit or miss. I love the one with Freddy from Scooby-Doo when he's like, let's see who you really are. And on the first one, I put over the sheet that's on his head, I'm like, I'm not a pit bull. And then he rips off the sheet, and it's just a pit bull. He's like, I knew it. Because they're always like, it's not a pit bull. Shut up. No one wants to hear that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our comedy. And then I'm going to wrap this up because I need to rest and I need to keep my shoulder healing. And I got to get. I love the Robin. Oh, the Robin M. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but it's probably awesome because you're awesome. Okay, this one I found kind of funny. Hopefully, you guys find it as funny as I did. This is from October 11th in 2021. Teens on motorbikes in my neighborhood are trying to run over dogs and their female owners. That part's not as funny, just a little bit. But the dogs part's really funny. Okay, so, and like I said, everyone, if one of these stories interests you or whatever, please start checking out the links. I don't sit around for 10 minutes, 20 minutes or so after every video and put all these descriptions and links in and shit. And I agree with you guys about the thumbnail and everything else. The content will sell itself. And if it doesn't, then fuck it. I'm still going to keep doing it. I live in a neighborhood in Bangzar where kids on bicycle lahik. You like that? I kind of nailed that a little bit. They're talking about bicycles, fuckers. Are a common sight. Even on a busy road, they will zip up and down without a care. After a while, these kids graduating to riding motorbikes, okay, without helmets. Ooh. I used to think the solution was simple. Leave it to authorities to catch them. But it has recently come to my attention that the problem is directly putting lives in danger as these kids are targeting female dog walkers and their pets in a slew of hit-and-run cases. Over the weekend, yet another member of my community was harassed by teen bike riders who rode extremely close to her and the dog and shouted at them. Christian, was this you? According to the dog walker, the teen on the motorbike noticed that she saw him approaching, but the teen, unfazed, went ahead and did what he did. Okay, so they've got a big screenshot. We were walking back to blank, waiting to cross the road, just across blank, when all of a sudden this Malaysian teen on the motorbike without a helmet drove ridiculously close to me. We saw that he saw us, but was trying to see how close he could go to the dog with his bike. He came really close, and then he screamed, "Wow!" and drove off. To be honest, this isn't the first time this has happened. The last time a car tried doing the same thing. It sounds to me more like they're focused on the dogs. If something really happened, as if then they really hit us, I would be seriously furious. No, you'd be seriously run over. This is not even a funny prank to begin with. It is super stupid, childish, and a certain extent inhumane. This person's a genius. The incident spurred another person in the pet owner community of WhatsApp group. I hate WhatsApp. To come forth with details of another incident where the dog was killed in a hit and run. There's another place you can go if you want your information to be infiltrated and get into some fucking shit. WhatsApp. And there's a reason why I don't recommend it. Some details as the teens on the motorbike with the perpetrator this time yelling something about Anjing. I don't know what it is. Okay. As he fled from the crime scene. Also, how can someone even attempt such things? I'm simply super furious with the whole incident that I forgot to take a photo of his bike while you were about to get run over. This is how our friend lost her dog last year. She used to live at blank, and a motorbiker rider did the same thing, knocked in her dog, screaming something about Enjing, and the pup sadly died at the vet's later. Like I said, it seems like they're targeting the dog. Can't something be done about these sick pranksters? Honestly, I see more. I don't know what the fuck that is. The motorbikes. So noisy and unruly, and I know it because they're poor and bored. Oh, but this is horrible. I'm always afraid to walk up that parking lot towards, hey, you know what? A lot of us feel the same way because of the fucking dogs, all right? And that's where they can come at us if we're not careful. You may think these are isolated incidents, but even if it's just done by one sick individual and not a whole gang of kids, I wish this was true. A few years ago, a dog walker from our community came across a grisly sight. In an open field, there was a cage with the carcass of a burnt dog inside. You know who else likes to burn the living alive? Some people that some Malaysians worship. Oh, now you're going to make it about that. It's a fucking dog. It's often said the environment is a reflection of our community's behavior. On my walks with my dog, I have noticed, of course, they're a dog owner. I've noticed the environment where these troubled teens might come from. Oh, have you? Have you noticed? You probably spend more money on food for your dog than these children get spent on their food. But please, tell us of what you've observed about the children. Take a look at these pictures, she says. Really puts saying cleanliness is next to godliness to the test. So she takes some pictures of some trash-covered fields and some hills with trash all over them. I mean, this happens, okay? A lot of trash, but the huge mountains of trash that fortifies this area is evident of lack of civic-mindedness and a breeding ground for disease-carrying rodents and pests, like dogs. There are more pictures of the filth, but I'd rather not repulse you with it. Lady, you talking about the dogs is enough for me. Even though our MP is a supportive of a pet dog, okay, friendly community leaders from the places where these teens come from might not even listen to us when we raise the issue, as noted in one of the messages in our community's pet group. According to the message, community leaders are reluctant to talk about the issue, and some even feel it's a joke or it's okay to hurt the stray dogs. With police, this lady's upset. Everybody else is like, eh. With police reports filed, we can only wait and hopefully catch any future incidents on video as evidence. So I guess we're back at square one. Unless you, dear reader, alert others. Warn your dog walker friends. Be vigilant on walks with your fur kids. But it's better than losing a life. Oh! Always be mindful of the neighborhood you live in. All animals are equal, but apparently not all men. What? This lady really likes dogs. You know what I mean? What do we got? No, I don't see a problem with Slime's comment here, so. But I can't figure out a way to put it up, so. I don't know what happened, Slime, so you'll live. 443? Dang, we got more of them, huh? I didn't know. Let's see. Yeah, my spell check is the worst. Typos are part of the programming. My brain is a typo. So that was my comedy, Z Oliver, so I hope you enjoy. I have an Apple phone and I have not an Apple computer. I have like mingling technologies. I like my Apple phone enough. You know. She said typo. Oh my god. Okay, I wasn't sure what you were saying, Z Oliver. Let's see. Christian says I don't remember all the stories run together in my mind. Trust me, I understand. Oh, Ice. That guy sucks ass. Yeah, he said Dog Nutter commented on my comment about the dogs being in hospitals. That guy's a fucking douchebag. I blocked him after he was done being an asshole. Hey Jade, good to see you. I miss you. I hope everything's okay. I've never hit report nearly ever before, but I spent yesterday basically reporting abusive comments everywhere. I haven't seen a change yet either. In fact, I know somebody that was arguing with that Ronnie guy all day. Hey, Gabriel, good to see you. I wish you'd have gotten here earlier. We're about to end things. Yeah, it's okay, Isabel. I was like, I can't figure out how to fix it, but it happens on accident. None of us are perfect. For our kids. Exactly. Blech, save me. Miss me with that shit. So 444. Damn. See, like I said, the numbers are jumping so quick. I'm like, are these fucking weirdos that are coming to check us out and like do the wrong thing? Or are these people that actually agree? Either way, welcome to the show, fuckers. Oh, you were swimming, Gabriel. I always love swimming. Sadly, abnormality like anthro broke into society in 2012. Fuck. Well, guys, that's it for the live stream tonight. Let's see. Y'all got the email. Oh, Isabel, it happens. Nobody's perfect. I actually went and almost hit hide user, so I almost accidentally hid slime. My thumb jumped. I'm like, whoa, don't do that. Let's see. They are awfully quiet. But I'm not sure, so we'll see. They can subscribe and report me over and over. We see that having people report it over and over is not doing anything. They don't consider any of the threats or anything slander. Then nothing I'm doing is wrong because I'm not copywriting, infringing, and all this other fancy shit. So they can kiss my ass. Look at my finger. Oh, don't mind me. Yeah, I was waiting for you to admit it. I wasn't going to call you out. Scorched Earth drove Ronnie insane all day. Literally for like 11 hours straight or something like that. And he's like, I think I made him cry. I was like, that's great, right? So thank you all. Thank you, Scorched Earth, for harassing Ronnie for us. We really enjoy that. Let's see. Feel free and email me with your stories. Be prepared for Fluffy Fridays at 5, because that's coming. IHD will be back Saturday night or Sunday morning. Yes, we are talking about Ronnie Hopper's slime. That guy's a douche. Don't listen to him and don't let him harass you. He's a fucking weirdo. And he's standing on a ledge somewhere. I assume he's probably home fucking his dog. God, yeah, he was bragging about getting IHD banned, which he wouldn't do all on his own, but he is quite a bored individual. If he sat around and did that shit all day, then that might happen. Let's see, what else? Steel toe boots and weapons if you can carry them. If you can't, yeah, you say he's a CIA agent, but Joseph, he was steady on other people's channels calling me a cop lover and talking about hating cops, and he hates IHD because he's black and all kinds of other stuff. And I really don't think he's a CIA agent. I think he's a little bitch. Yep, Slime just said it. He's a little bitch. Exactly. I think he's a big pussy. Good. IHD got 300 extra subs since Sunday. That's possibly good. The extra subs are leaving me concerned. It's making me think that someone has basically put us out, like put a mark on us, and that those subs are coming from disingenuous sources that plan to report us over and over. So, if you're watching, hello. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. I'm not fucking doing anything wrong, okay? Ashley, I did. I read the attack earlier. I didn't see the part about the pizza, though, but I did read the story about the 53-year-old woman being attacked while taking the pizza to her old man, or going to see her old man, so she was taking him a pizza, and she got attacked by 6 dogs. Pretty crazy shit. Yeah, no, we covered it. Oh, we're safe. It's cool. And I wish a motherfucker. Wait a minute. How's the joke go? I was born in the woods. I wish a motherfucker would. You seen on Reddit it was over a pizza. It didn't say that in the article, but I believe you. Dog giveaway ads on YouTube, Joseph. Pretty obvious that they're trying to get rid of these shithounds that they can't get homes for. Oh, Slime, don't pay too much attention talking to that guy. He'll bring down your IQ, okay? Everybody stay safe and happy. Email me with any stories you may see. Take care of each other and be happy. Spread good shit around. Sean D, Reddit sucks. I hate Reddit. Thank you. All right, let's see. I saw it Ronnie threatening Ashley, saying he's going to dox her. That is true. He was being a total dork about it. And then he actually left a whole bunch of comments that YouTube wouldn't even allow on the platform. So I screenshotted them and sent them to my lawyer. Just in case anything happens, I made sure to take care of this. Yeah, that guy can suck my dog hating ass. The guy, honestly, you guys, don't listen to these people. Most of them, look, let me tell you something I learned from my days on the streets, all right? And I used to be a crazy motherfucker. It was only so long ago that I decided to sit down and be a decent mom, all right? Motherfuckers that are doing shit don't tell you. Motherfuckers that are real and really pose a threat are not going to let you know, okay? They're going to do it silently. You're not going to know about it. You wouldn't know what they look like. You won't have anything to go with it. These soft-handed little troll pussies are going to sit around and do it and say it and try to threaten people, okay? Don't fall for this shit. I've already had 2 people be like, oh, I've got to leave your channel and can't email you anymore because of this. And I'm like, you guys already knew this. And it's the silent ones you got to watch, right? So just remember that. People that talk out loud like this, they don't know shit. And besides, I'll wipe the fucking floor with this pussy. I don't give a shit. Said, please run for president. I don't have enough money to run for president. And I don't think I'm white or man enough. Sorry. I've got the boobs. What's up, Chef? Good to see you. We are wrapping up the live stream. I'm glad we hung out for a minute so that you could hop in here. Exactly. Humiliate him all day. You know, if that's your thing, make fun of this asshole. Don't fall for this stuff. You know, she's right. Okay. Jade's right. Like, don't reveal stuff. Me, I don't give a shit. I told the little pussy when he threatened to dox me, I'm like, well, buddy, my information's already all out there, including my Facebook page and everything else. I hope. Let him run into Doug and his big barbarian ass. He's fucking bored anyways. He's looking to stomp the shit out of something. I'm not worried about that crap. Okay? Guys, don't let these people get you all shook up. That's what they want. He wants to do stuff like that and have me get in my head and go, oh man, I better shut this YouTube channel down. He might hurt me. Thank you, Sean D. I get threats all the time over dogs. You wouldn't believe the stuff people say to me. That's what they want. They get into your head and they scare you, or the crazy shit. I'm not going to repeat what this guy's been saying about IHG because I'm not spreading this fucking crap. He says that stuff in the hopes that shit will get into someone's head and make them stop following him or make him change his mind and shut his channel down. Don't fall for that shit. Don't let these people in your head. They're fucking insane. They want to control you like they do their dogs. Remember, you're a human. You're a bad motherfucker. Ain't nobody putting up with no shit around here. What you gonna do? Besides, fuck that. So, he says Ronnie Hopper randomly replied to me like, that will solve it. You see what I'm saying? He tries to act like he's hard. This guy is not shit, guys. So just don't let these people in your head. Stay strong. You have to be mentally strong. We all know that. Don't fall for this shit. So until next time, fuck Fluffy. Probably won't do another live stream until Fuck Fluffy Fridays at 5. I'm loving that fucking name. And let's see. Steel toe boots from the bottom of my dog-hating heart. My shoulder hurts. Fuck. And everything else that goes along with it. Don't feed into this crap. Don't let people scare you. Don't let them drive you away. Don't be a wuss. Yeah, he'll give up once everyone ignores him. That's kind of true too. Broomstick signing off. Thank you, Matthew. I forgot that one. You remember that? When that dude kept coming on and calling me a broomstick, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to use it. Broomstick signing off. My shoulder will heal. Enjoy your movie on Friday. Don't worry about those mutts. Just fight them back. Me too. Love you guys. I hope everyone does well. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for all your support. Thank you to everyone who ordered shit off of Mountain Rose Herbs. Holy fuck. We've got like $400 or $500 worth of orders. They're fucking stoked. So appreciate you guys so much. And until Friday, I'll see you then. Good night.